So this is me starting. Yeah, starting. Something I do easy. Um, it's the finishing part that I don't. Um, you're gonna hear a lot of ums, and this is gonna be awkward. At least initially. I will learn to edit. I think I will learn to talk better. I think again. Yeah, this is gonna be awkward. This is my first content out there, and I never really had the courage to press publish until today. Um, Thanks COVID, I guess. Um, so a little about me. I am 41 years old. I came from Israel. I am residing in San Francisco. I am a permanent resident, um, which means I have been living here for nearly 2 decades, with two loving partners. One is my husband, and the other is my boyfriend. Um, we have been sheltering in place for the last 6 months down at our boyfriend's place down in San Jose, and we have a cute little place up in the city. But it's mean have, I mean rent. There is no have. We're renting down here. We're renting up there. But that's a side story. The story is probably more important. Um, the story that is more important to me and to this channel is why this, why now. For many, many years, I've been working on this passion thing. I jokingly call it a manifesto. It's not. It's just uh, my way of looking at what it is to be gay, sometimes to be an expat in this country, specifically in San Francisco, and in many ways it broadens into much bigger topics, which are more life oriented. And this is why I'm very reluctant in saying where this channel will go or could go. Um, but the long and short of it, it's in the name, Little Gay Guide. Um, there are truisms in life that I believe I can share, and there are elements in life I believe I can either recruit or nudge everyone, myself included. I'm actually the worst when it comes to taking my own advice, and at the same time, maybe if I see myself on a screen, they will be better. Um, but life brings you lessons, and if you pay attention or at least listen, you get forward, forward with yourself, forward with anything around you. And I'm not spouting this idea of what American success is, because American success is always associated with a dollar sign, which makes it so cheap. Um, Look at mental health of people that stayed at home for the last 5 months, even if they had a salary, but they've been by themselves, and you see that life is a little more than a dollar sign. But I digress. This channel is about a book that I started to write about 4 or 5 years ago, and it was called Little Gay Guide, and it had a lot of topics, and I will not edit it out, because you know what? I need to start with an awkward video, because everything told me not to, and I like to do the things that everybody tell me not to. Two partners, let's start from there. I'm in a loving relationship. I'm in a monogamous one, if that matters to anyone. It's by choice, believe it or not. I am a gay guy. The San Francisco part probably gave that away. The two partners part probably gave that away too. This channel is not directed towards necessarily gay people or any other version of a person out there. But it is from my own bias, and it will be told from my own perspective. I am aware, at least to some degree, that I am remarkably lacking in perspective and understanding when it comes to the lives of people that are not like me. Take everything with a massive grain of salt, and a slight hesitation, because my tone often is authoritative, and you will probably see this as this goes along. But the stories I have to tell are human stories, and I hope in some way that you'll find either solace or insight in what I'm saying. And yes, there's a hubris in that statement, and yes, I'm aware of it, but there is a lot that I want to share. And I've tried so many times to look at a blank page or recruit friends or expand this idea of writing, and putting those things and thoughts and emotions and experiences into words. and I fail miserably. So there might be an element down the road of interviewing other people, which will make this conversation so much easier for me, because the presence of another human being makes me the performer in terms of both conversation and evangelist of sorts, um, a lot smoother. But I wanted to start with the awkward you and me, us, this, now. Why today um, is I think important for us to touch, us being you and me again. Um, yeah, that again. I will learn, I think. Maybe not. We'll see. The now is COVID. The now is years of being an entrepreneur and startups and preaching um, many choirs, um, how to be passionate about what they do, or finding the passion and then doing the thing that that passion dictates. And I'm not here to make your life significantly better or different. I'm here to share the stories, like I said, to share the moments, maybe inspire, maybe get you an inkling into a life that's very foreign. I always find it funny. Another thing I repeat always, unfortunately. Uh, Another thing that I find funny is when a non-gay person learns about our awakening, our being gay. Um, and again, I'm not putting the whole family, the whole LGBTQ plus crowd slash population slash my community. I'm talking about Ron and this person. And when this person talks to other people that have not shared the coming of age story, or what I call the gay 20s, which we will touch way down the road, it's a different world. And it's always amusing uh, to recognize that. I think there's a lot of lessons in being an outsider, and in many ways, um, I understand that my understanding of outsider is both limited and still possibly, hopefully, insightful. My outsider is an expat. My outsider is gay. It has provided both difficulties and challenges. Um, but if you take the last year into account, and you freaking should, um, they pale in comparison to other systemic oppressions. They pale in comparison to other global societal problems that we, all of us, face. Um, some significantly more than others, and I will consider myself more on the blessed slash privileged side of the spectrum. I'm here to storytell. Um, my experience is not that of enormous pain. My experience is that of lessons, and that's what I hope to share. Um, it's funny that the first video is going to be uploaded on something that I have literally interesting, almost negative relationship with, which is my Jewish heritage in terms of heritage, not religion. It's a place and a time in terms of culture where I come from, Israel. But it's definitely not a marker of who am I as a person. But yet here I am posting the very first video on the very first day of the year of the Jewish tradition, which is, it is what it is. I guess Shana Tova if you do speak Hebrew, and if not, it's Happy New Year. Um, I hope this will be interesting. I don't know, and I think that's part of the fun. I want to keep it that way. I want to start from this awkward position. Um, there'll be this whole thing, links at the bottom for other parts. All of them are barren, page included, subscribe, that's a start, all that jazz. It's just the beginning. I hope you'll join me as I figure out what it is. Take care.